I am so excited to be here with my good friend, Marjorie Maas. She is the executive director of SHARE Omaha, celebrating 3 years. Marjorie, thank you for joining me today.
Andy, thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll get into this as far as the day that we launched.
Yep.
But Andy, you have been right there with us from the very beginning. And so I can think of no one more appropriate to have this kind of reflection talk with than you.
Yeah. Yeah. My gosh, 3 years ago, so much has happened over the last 3 years that there's no way we could have anticipated, I think, any of it, honestly. But let's just first, because I want to talk a little bit about that. But for those watching who may not know what SHARE Omaha is, I can't believe nobody does. But just kind of refresh our memory. What is SHARE Omaha? What do you guys do?
SHARE Omaha's Yes, thank you. SHARE Omaha's primary program is shareomaha.org, which is a conduit between people who want to help the community and nonprofits who are getting that work done, and the needs that they have being met by the public that wants to impact the community. And so we offer easy ways for people to get involved. They can give cash, they can give their time, they can shop wish list items, or they can figure out if there's events they want to go to. And we try to make that search process as easy as possible and try to make it easier all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back 3 years ago, it was January 17th, the third Wednesday of January. We were having our big event that night, which I'm hoping that's going to happen again in the summer this year. But you guys launched SHARE Omaha, and you had the community come out, and it was a celebration of really launching this amazing website and everything you do. But back then, like, how many nonprofits did you start out with?
156.
Wow.
Our goal was 150 and we surpassed it. So I always talk about that extra 6.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was a magical evening.
Yeah.
It really was. We had our friends, we had our families there, we had nonprofits from all pieces of the sector, we had media partners, we had government officials and dignitaries and our board members and foundation partners. It just was the best launch that we could possibly have imagined for this great organization that's now been part of so many community happenings for the past 3 years. And happenings meaning good times and bad times.
Yeah.
So we've been able to be a part and be a tool that the community's used for 3 solid years.
Absolutely.
With no turning back.
I know. And it's funny because in 2019, I'm looking at your website, just literally months after that, we had all that flooding. And I know you guys really were connecting those nonprofits, those people in need with the nonprofits that were helping. I mean, that was a historical, devastating flood that we did not anticipate. So that's one example.
And it was so funny because not funny. Nothing about that is funny.
Right.
But we were the day the levees really broke across Southwest Iowa and across Nebraska was March 15th of 2019.
Right.
And that same day we were working the Young Professionals Summit at the CHI Health Center. And it was a wonderful, wonderful day where we were engaging with young professionals and getting them to try out the volunteer pillar of the website. And we realized that all of this was happening. And so in between each session, when we didn't have people at our booth, we're calling the Salvation Army and we're calling Omaha Rapid Response and figuring out what their needs were and figuring out what they were going to be doing. And really within 12 hours, we had a page going where people could truly figure out how they were going to help this awful tragedy.
Yeah.
And our web traffic was high to begin with because of the launch, but it doubled
Yeah.
during that time period of the flood. And so we just realized that we are very useful in the midst of a crisis.
Absolutely. And then you look almost a year to the day later, March 13th, 2020, I think is when things really kind of started to shut
down.
Yep. Everything just kind of, shut down, shook up with the pandemic and COVID-19. And then again, kind of stepping it up another level, so to speak, because now we're looking at something that nobody's ever dealt with before. And again, the nonprofit community and the people that the nonprofit community serves needed help.
Yes. People needed help and people needed purpose. Yeah. There was two different really realms of people coming to us. There were people that needed assistance. And then there was people that were looking for ways to activate their family in any way possible because they're just sitting at home.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, one of my favorite anecdotes, Andy, is from that time period. We surveyed our nonprofits, and I'm sure I've told you this before. We've surveyed our nonprofits, and we asked what was closed, what was canceled, and we published all of that information on a page on our website. And it was a very helpful and newsworthy page.
Yeah,
but absolutely. It was sad. It was a sad page.
Yeah,
and we realized very quickly thereafter that nonprofits were still posting for volunteer needs and in-kind needs and hygiene supplies and cleaning supplies, just in general for homes. And we realized we tell the sad stories at SHARE Omaha.
Yeah.
We're here to give people hope.
Yes.
We're here to give people a way that they can help and a way that they can get back connected to those around them. Mm-hmm. And if we can tell those stories, and that's where the Share at Home campaign came from,
right?
Then we've done our job. Then we've done our job of giving people a way to activate, because we all know the sad stories happening around us. There's thousands of channels telling you all the sad things.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so happy when I saw like John Kaczynski's like Some Good News. Remember that?
Yep.
Blog or the vlog that was happening during the pandemic. I was like, he's my kind of guy, because we were like, that is what we're here for. We're here to share the ways that people can still do things.
Right.
So that was a huge lesson for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and we're looking here, getting close to the 2-year mark from that event starting to unfold. And, we still got these different challenges, but people are wanting to help. People are wanting to give back. And like you said, purpose. And there's so many people out there in need, or organizations and the place to go. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And we've realized that there's still a place for skills-based volunteering. There's still a place for giving campaigns, that people still need a rallying cry. And we're able to provide that at SHARE. We've had increased participation year over year with Giving Tuesday. And we're just getting started. And we'll talk a little bit about the Do Good campaign, I'm sure, at the end of this.
Yes.
But we've realized that we're in a position that we can inspire people to have a moment where they're all coming together.
Yes.
And so I feel like the team at SHARE Omaha really has an amazing front row seat to people finding purpose and getting involved and changing things in our community for the better. So grateful.
Well, you brought up Do Good Days, which is happening. I'm over here looking at your website, May 10th through 12th. So we've got about a minute or so left. Let's talk about what that is. It's coming up.
Absolutely. It is presented by FNBO, and we are so grateful. It's our second year. The first year we did a whole week. This year we said, let's concentrate to the most powerful of those days and really focus on a very concentrated campaign. So the first day, Give on Tuesday. Second day, Wish List Wednesday. Third day, Volun Thursday, which is a day based on volunteering. So those are ways to activate all the different manners in which Share Omaha is able to help the community. Right. So each kind of has their own day. And we are excited. We just want to see more activity than last year.
Yeah.
So we're setting our goal that last year we raised 2.55 million. We're hoping to just raise more than that this year.
Yeah.
So just to exceed and see what our community really can do when they come together and give.
Well, I know you will exceed that. I know the community will come together and exceed. That's just what we do. That's what we do here. And
it is what the Metro does.
Yeah. And it's an exciting for that happening in May. Anything else? I mean, we've got we're running a little over, but that's okay. I'll give you 60 more seconds. What do you want to say? And again, I will have you back on here soon. So let's go.
Certainly. Over 275,000 people, metro area residents, have visited shareomaha.org and have perused all of the options. And we've seen thousands of conversions, of volunteers, of donations, of wish list items. And we know that is it's not just scratching the surface, because it's all very significant what's happened so far. But we think that the future will continue to be bright for online philanthropy. So thank you for being a partner of ours, Andy.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I mean, I'm honored to be a partner, and this is in my, it's in my blood. So it's just really, it's great. And I love collaborating with you and your team over there. So website is shareomaha.org. Lots of information, lots of things to look at, lots of ways to get involved. Marjorie, I just want to thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you to you. We're like-minded, you and I.
Yep,
appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. And we will have you back here in a month or two, and be sure to check out your column in each issue of Metro Magazine. You guys have great information that you present on our pages. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And folks, we'll be right back.